Oh my gosh, we're live. Hi everyone. Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for your support. I'm excited. And yesterday on the call, I was saying, oh, after the call, I was going to call a few people. I couldn't call. I turned in my final assessment for the Cambridge International College yesterday. I'm excited actually. It's been a year of serious work, a year that for the first time I considered giving up on something major that I started. I mean, I'm not very good at giving up on things. That's why I seldom start stuff. Like I only start like a handful of things because I know how hard it is to do anything. I had my job way early. My background didn't allow for a lot of softness. So yeah, I am the typical example of the person that sits down to count the cost. It doesn't mean I don't take risk, but for specific things, you just have to count the cost. That's how you know, okay, we need to go all the way and all of that. And yeah, I'm happy about that. Very, very excited. Okay, so I didn't make calls this morning, and I remember just promising somebody yesterday. I think they work at Wildlife Act, and they were like, I should send a mail, and I wanted to send the email, but I don't know what to send so that I don't end up shooting myself in the leg. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to make some more calls, understand what people require of me, and then send them this email. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead to open my Zoho voice, and we're going to make more calls. Then understand how we're even going to structure this side of things. And yeah, that's it. What time is it in Australia now? We have someone in Australia, so let's see. Australian time now. Okay. Should be around 9 p.m. in Australia now. But then they have several time zones, so past 7. The company must have closed. Maybe what I should have done is make the call when I woke up by 6 a.m. Alright, there are other numbers there. It's not just an Australian number that's there. Like I said, we don't have any script, so we're winging this one. We'll see where it lands us. Are you kidding? I've always been able to call the UK, so what's suddenly happening? Please. I can't. I don't think I can undo any kind of network connectivity issues this morning. I can't. Oh, glory. GBA. Switch to 4. Let's see if that will lead us to the customer person. So basically, don't forget the goal of this call is that we're not just this call, like student gap here where we started from is to promote our product to like the right people and get them to be like, hello. Hi, my name is Esther, and I'm calling you from Zago Toys. Truth is, I'm not even sure who I should be speaking with at GBI, but I'd like to discuss partnership. Okay, okay, okay. Oh, All right, absolutely. Just to be sure, yeah. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I want to just clarify something. I mean, so basically what we do is we're an adventure marketplace. We help young travelers find and book safe, sustainable adventure tours. And, we're launching our product and we're looking to, get the thoughts of individuals who have, traveled to volunteer on things like sustainability, safety, and the likes. And every time they book a tour with us, a portion of that comes into your organization. Do you think that's a kind of partnership you would even be looking at exploring? Okay, okay. Okay, thank you so much. I'll do that right away. Yeah, you too. Bye. Okay. Oh, well, I guess maybe what we're doing is, I mean, I know it's not bad. I'm just like, okay, maybe the strategy is not all that bad because I just tried selling it to somebody, and the process of selling it to that person kind of like makes sense to me. I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but just telling them that, oh, want people to give their thoughts on like important things because they like live like travel the world, and every time you book a tour with us, a portion of that comes into your work. That kind of sounds beneficial for them. I mean, that kind of makes sense to me right now. But when I was creating the idea, it didn't make sense. But I don't get to decide what makes sense. The outcome actually is what shows me what makes sense. So go for it. We're making the next call. Okay. I don't think I like leaving voice messages or sort. I guess I used to. I don't think I ever liked it. But I had a time I would because I still have that job anyways where, you know, they like that I leave my employer at the time just like that I leave voice messages. Voicemails. Okay, so why is their number not working? How many numbers do they have? So one is for WhatsApp and then one is for like mobile. And let me just 447301284572. Okay, so let's call this number. I think it's conservation. 73012845772. That also gets me into the voicemail. It's like both numbers are going into the voicemail, so I have to put that down somewhere that this went into the voicemail. I'm gonna try to get the email. So there's somebody I've been speaking with. She's in Ukraine. I don't know if you remember that I don't know, I mentioned that I had joined like a group, and on that group they have folks who are always like posting their stuff. I mean, so when I say their stuff, it's just like they need volunteers and all of that, but they're like independent. So I'm also going to explore that on this process. I think I saw the person in charge of. Okay, so Learning doesn't have a page. No, sorry, not page. I email. Like I specifically just looked at someone yesterday on the same page, and then I was able to get their email address. And I'm also going to go back in right now to open up something. Let's see. So that group is called Work and Volunteering Worldwide. No one of them left their email there yesterday. I mean, not yesterday, but I saw it yesterday. Well, the truth is, I could just go to these folks on LinkedIn actually. Okay. Uh, it's not possible to copy, so I'm just gonna. I was just going to say that the craziest thing you can do as a founder is bootstrapping, and I always say that even with bootstrapping, there are levels to bootstrapping. Bootstrapping from the trenches is crazy, like crazy. I remember I was listening to something yesterday, and the investor had said that if he had, I mean, if he wanted to invest in a company, one of the things that look at is if is it the one that would never invest in a company that is spending money on ads the first 1 2 to 3 years. I was like, what do you guys want founders to do exactly? Folks just have to do what they have to do to build their brand. Uh, they're not active online actually. I mean, in our own case, we're working with like a really stringent, it's not the word, stringent. I don't know if there's an end there, but you get budget. So we're running on, well, we're gonna say we're running in vibes. No, we're not. It would be unreasonable to say that we're running on vibes. No, we're not. I mean, but I could say we're running on intentionality. So yeah, that makes more sense. And just like hope, really, honestly, like that's like the reason why we started this. Just hope that this builds belief in our product and all of that. And I cannot be more excited for how far we've come. Yusuf, if I cannot get them, I'm just gonna take them off my list actually. Abrahan. Okay, next. They don't have a they don't have like a physical profile. I would have to take them off the list. Delete rule. Sorry. What is this? I think I come easily UK. Mm. Yeah, they're in the UK. Hi. Hi. Okay, so I'll send them an email. As a matter of fact, I'll send everyone an email. But I'm just doing this call right now because I need to understand these side of things a bit more. So yes, and we'll see what we're able to achieve with this by Thursday. Okay. So what's the name of this company? Go volunteer. Uh, number 11, Conservation Africa. Let's see. I'm also going to go to. I just remember that I belong in some of these sustainability communities. I used to be a member of Global Sustainable Innovation Network, so I'm going to go there. I'm also going to. I'm also going to. Hi, hello, hi. Yes, I hear you now. My name is Esther, and I've called you from Zago. Truth is, I'm not even sure who I should be speaking with, but I'd like to discuss partnership. Zago Toys. Okay. Yeah, I mean, y- yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I could do that. But also, I wanted to like get your thoughts because it's the first time we're trying to like work with conservation agency with what we're building. And I was thinking to tell you a little bit more of what we have in mind, and you tell me if that's something that you've potentially partnered with people around, or if it's something that you're even looking for at all. Okay, absolutely. Thank you. Hi, is this Laura? Yes, it's Esther. Thank you so much for speaking with me. Yeah, so I'm the head of partnership at Zago Tours. Zago Tours is an adventure marketplace for Gen Zs and millennials to book safe, quality, and sustainable tours. So we're very big on like safety and sustainability, and we're now going to like the B2C side of our product and would like to engage individuals who also travel responsibly. And that's why I thought to reach out to you really, and to maybe get your audience, individuals who have volunteered with you, to share their opinion on sustainability and safety. And we're thinking that every time they get to like travel with us, a percentage of that comes into your organization to support the work that you do. Yes, so I mean, this was how we're looking at it, and I would go ahead to explain that, and then you can tell me how you potentially see it to work. So we're looking at your network, first of all, getting into conversations around sustainability travel and then safety travel. So more like a social challenge for them to hear their thoughts on those key topics. And off the back of that is also that when they travel on adventure tours, because we really sell adventure tours, adventure experiences, a percentage of their travel experience comes to you for the work that you're doing. Yeah, absolutely. I understand you. So here's the thing. Our customers are looking for adventure tours, say hiking, snowboarding, skydiving. But at the end of that, they also want to contribute to sustainability. And so one of the things we're also trying to help them do is that, people from our platform over time can then now begin to adopt wildlife like all over the world. They could now begin to like contribute some certain amount of money like every month to that same cause, but we've not rolled out that feature yet, but it's something that's in the work. And so, with your audience giving their thoughts on like sustainability and safety, the idea is not that they book with us directly. The idea is that they can book a tour when they feel like it, right? So it's not like they have to, because we don't. The only kind of wildlife experience that we have is not even volunteer. It's safari, where they're just like enjoying the place. But outside of that, we have like very outdoor sea experiences like hiking, trekking, skydiving, jumping, and the likes. Yeah, I mean, so if we're talking about our network, eventually, what I know that they would like to do is, give to the work that you do ultimately, because we're building up a system in such a way that people don't just travel sustainably. Sustainably, they also like get rewarded for traveling sustainably. So I think it's the giving part. Um, as a platform, we're not really focused on like the volunteerism side of things, so I'm not sure, except we like get specific requests for that. Mm, yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's great. But in that sense, do you think that your network would also be able to like take part in, just lending their voice to these important causes, which is like sustainability in travel and the safety in travel? Yes, so I was saying that, I mean, do you think that your network, which is like these travel volunteers, would be able to like lend their voices to things like sustainable travel and safe travel on the internet? Mm, mm, okay, okay. So what's your email address? I could send you more information and you could take it from there. Yeah. Information Africa. Thank you so much, Laura. Yeah, absolutely. We do have a website for it, but we're doing some work on it, and the full product itself will be up at the end of the month. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Absolutely. I'll do just that. Thank you so much for your time. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye. Okay, so candid thoughts as a marketer. I wonder if this is going to work. You know why I say so? I am saying that because hmm, I'm saying that because based on this call, like this was a very detailed call. This call gave me everything I need. I think that them giving us access to their audience will be very hard, right? Because I mean, do there are several ways they said we could work together, we could partner, support their work. I feel like if we have our audience and we're well set up, it will be easy for us to just pick a company and say we want to give to whatever company that we want to give to, right? Or even we want to encourage our company, our folks to give to whoever they want to give to. And so thinking about it, the best way would have been like nano influencers, obviously. And then that's like finding people on social media and all of that. And then, we also thought about student travel agency. And then, I mean, there's a previous video where I think it's day 40 to 42, thereabouts, that I explained the the difficulties that we're getting with that. Now, um, it might I've been thinking about something. It's the Airbnb Craigslist strategy, and I've been thinking of how to reverse engineer that honestly in our favor. Uh, I think on this 100 journeys, I think I'm supposed to be sharing things that are ethical. But I had a season I just thought that, oh, okay, because they're like scripting tools where you can go into like a specific Facebook group that you think, okay, these people have my folks, and you can like script the contacts. It used to work in the past like very well, where you could script the emails. I think you could even script the phone numbers. But the ones I've used in the past has been so hard. I realized that the only thing I could script was like the link. And the reason I've always been bent on like doing collaboration partnerships is because I get I get um the power of one is very powerful. Like one person can give me like 100 people, can give me 150 people, can give me 200 people. You get just like with one of the agencies that we signed. It's just one company, and they have like 400 people. You know, and I've talked to some, like travel agencies. When I call them, no, no, no. Even travel software companies that are not building the same thing as we have, send them emails. There's not been response, and I understand when you're a small brand, nobody takes you seriously. Um, it's not about me; it's about them. I can't help that. Uh, yeah. So this conservation and the flora and fauna, some of them may feel like email list, but they may feel like maybe they're pushing their audience. And then that brings me to what I was just writing down when as we continued the call, is to I have a network that I used to belong to. It's a community of sustainability experts who are doing like great stuff in different parts of the world. So I'm going to reach out to them to say, okay, ask for conservation, wildlife, flora and fauna projects. Speak to organizers of those and see if anything comes out of it. That's one. Then I'm going to now go into the Facebook group and begin to scout for people that are looking for volunteers, but like independent volunteers that have done it before. You never can tell from introduction to one volunteer to another volunteer to another volunteer. Maybe there's something there. And will I continue the calls? I guess I will. I guess I will. I guess I'll continue the calls, but I have to think critically about this thing. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I have to think critically about this thing so that I can get results. And the other way is just go berserk on TikTok, start going live maybe every day, and get people into the challenge faster that way. TikTok and Instagram, those are cool ways. But I've been thinking because I have my own limitation. I am a TikTok strategist, but I'm not a TikTok executor. And so what that means is that I know the technicalities, the analytics. I probably even know the kind of content to put out, but you know, yeah. I mean, so basically that's it. I think that the rest of today I'll probably just think instead of calling. but I'm gonna make one more call, and then that can like seal my hunch. So I have a feeling that this may not work in the way. Sorry, in the. It's not like it's not gonna work, but it may not work as I was thinking. The French. I've gotten so accustomed to doing the work that honestly I have totally forgotten about. Like I've totally forgotten about just going, like going back to people, and I've totally forgotten about going back to like social media to engage, to do all of those things. I decided to start going live on TikTok today, every day for the next maybe 30 days. I wonder what will come out of it. But you need like a strategy to honestly. So we'll see. Hello, hello, hello. I think this person peeved and they weren't saying anything. No response. Okay, so let me speak to this person. Send an email. Degree projects. This past couple of days, we've been spending over 30 minutes on call. That's how hard it is. So some of these organizations are running this wildlife volunteerism thing, the travel company in itself. Hi, good morning. My name is Esther and I'm calling you from Zago Tours. Um, really, I'm calling you from Zago Tours. Zago. So Zago and then Tours. I'm doing okay. So the thing is, I'm not even sure who to be speaking with, but I'd like to find out a couple of things about partnerships. Okay, marketing and the great project. I could send an email, but I have like a bit of confusion about why I'm calling because it's kind of like in a new category, and I'm not sure if you typically partner with companies around things like this. So I was thinking if it's possible to explain a bit more, and you tell me if it's something that you're looking at. Yeah, we're in the process of building our product, but it will be up by the end of this month. And so basically, what we do is that we sell adventure tours to Gen Zs and millennials. Adventures are risky, but we don't. The only thing the industry has is an indemnity form. And so what we've done is that we've built safety into everything that we do. First of all, by verifying suppliers and also other things that we're just doing, and we're looking to like launch a campaign where travelers, volunteer travelers, people who believe in sustainability through causes like wildlife conservation and all of that, can now begin to lend their voice to things like safety and sustainability in travel. Mm. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Yeah. Yeah. Bye. Okay. So I think I didn't quite. Um. I think she didn't quite get what I was trying to say. 'Cause I said, "Oh, we're launching at the end of the month." So she said, "Oh, it was a wildlife product and all of that." So what we're doing is not a wildlife product. Honestly, it's not even a volunteer tourism thingy. Um. Right now, from where I'm standing, I don't know if I should send emails to people or not. I guess I'll decide later in the day if I want to send emails. Yeah, thank you so much for joining today. Thank you. I hope that you're learning a thing or two as we're figuring it out together. So the sole purpose of this specific campaign is to make noise about our product, make it easy for people to adopt, and use our product. It's coming out sometime at the end of this month, and yeah, that's it. Thank you. Bye. See you tomorrow.